Near Kermit, Texas. This was yesterday. You can see a storm that's nearly reaching up into the stratosphere. Look at that thing. That's a very huge, tall canopy. That's near Kermit, Texas. That's right where southwest New Mexico meets Texas, right there in that corner. Unbelievable. That was a towering supercell. Got some lightning here that was sent in by Taylor. Put this in slow motion and you can really get a good view of that lightning. Look at that. And this was in the last 24 to 48 hours. There's been a lot of lightning throughout the Midwestern United States, through Texas, Oklahoma. Actually out here in Arizona, I've got a small video here from Flagstaff, Arizona. Look at that. That lightning made direct contact with the ground. That was an incredible lightning strike. Recorded from Flagstaff, Arizona by Rika Mende of Twitter. Wow. And here is a look at the lightning strikes today, April 30th. This was around 1 o'clock this afternoon. There were 48,000 lightning strikes. This is a map of the United States. The lightning strikes for the last 120 minutes when I took this video, and there were 48,000 and counting. And more than likely that number got even higher.
What do we have here?
We're going to move now to that dangerous weather in the heartland. At this point, we are told at least 16 tornadoes have touched down in the southern plains. This scene was shot by a drone in Oklahoma. Forecasters are watching for more tornadoes there and in Arkansas, Kansas, and Missouri. There is also a flooding emergency in Iowa. A levee breach on the Mississippi River sent water rushing through streets. Omar Villafranca is in Oklahoma City with more.
I hear it tearing through the valley right now.
Late this afternoon, a series of tornadoes struck the Great Plains.
Debris!
This drone footage shows a close-up view of one tearing through farmland in Sulphur, Oklahoma, ripping through trees and even taking a drink over a small lake. At least a dozen tornadoes have been confirmed, striking in 4 different states.
Big tornado.
5 states are under a tornado watch until late into the evening. The damage in rural areas in Oklahoma show roofs ripped off, homes torn apart, and downed power lines. So far, no injuries have been reported. Meanwhile, the severe weather has also triggered flash flood warnings. Rebecca Nicky co-owns a clothing store in Iowa.
And we grabbed what little possessions were handy and kind of ran.
In Davenport, Iowa, a levee was breached along the Mississippi River, forcing authorities to issue evacuation orders and seek higher ground.
It could be a bumpy night for 13 million people on the Great Plains. Here in Oklahoma City, they're bracing for the possibility of tornadoes, hail, and flooding
4100
overnight.
Road in northwest Rogers County, and behind me is one of the 4 homes in their district that has seen significant damage from the storm earlier. Pretty much this entire property is covered with debris. You can see a huge pile back there where some family members and friends have gathered out behind those cars. And just take a look at the home. It just looks completely damaged. The outside punctured with a lot of debris on the side of the house, the roof torn off, and the windows too. I was told from a neighbor that a woman was here alone while the storm came in. Thankfully, she is okay. She described to her neighbor that things were being pulled out of her home. That's how strong.
This is an enhanced view of the radar across the central United States. You can see there are some intense supercell thunderstorms that have generated right now reports of hail that extend 940 miles, according to hailreports.com, going from central Illinois all the way down to southwest Texas. That's as of right now, and it's just getting started. Here's the hail reports and the tornado reports at hailreports.com. You can see there are over 12 tornado reports from Oklahoma up into Missouri, Kansas. Look for this to continue. I don't know what the damage situation is with regards to the tornadoes. I know that's a lot of tornadoes. That's just today. You can see hail ranging from 2.75 all the way down to 1 inch. Again, extending 940 miles, and it's just getting started.
see what is taking place. Once again, South Carolina, North Carolina blitzed with frequencies. But this has been going on now every night for quite a while. You have from Texas on up the East Coast, the frequencies are intense. Now, I'm just going to show you a little bit of what is taking place. It is not a surprise that you've got severe weather in Oklahoma and in Iowa, Missouri. Well, you have tornado watches in the St. Louis area until 3 a.m. Now, can you see these microwaves? Do I have to zoom in? No, you can see the microwaves taking place. This is high frequency heating. Oh, man. It's hard to see this over and over and over again. You see the right angled precipitation. That is not Mother Nature. All right. So you have high frequency heating coming from the next-red Doppler radar stations, but you also have microwaves heating up the atmosphere. I want to go to the composite radar, and then I will take you to some regions. All right, do you see all of what appear to be, well, circle lines, straight lines? This entire thing is riddled with very powerful frequencies, and it's very dangerous. Very dangerous. Okay, can you see this very defined circular line right here? Can you see this line, which has a circular pattern, but bring all of these lines and complete the circle, and within that circle you could have a whole lot of severe weather. But this is loaded. It is loaded. Here is another. Now, these are referred to as the next-rad HAARP rings, or HAARP next-rad rings. Here's one. Here's two. Here's, well, let me take you along. Here's 3, 4, and they're intersecting, which means that you've got very powerful frequencies happening right here. And you have the extremely low frequencies as well. This cutout right here is a signature of an extremely low frequency. Here you have your next-rad HAARP ring, another next-rad HAARP ring. Look at how these intersect. So they're bringing you another man-made storm. And man, you know, you listen to these people, they have no clue. They have no clue that they are being destroyed, that they're in a war, and weather is being used as a weapon.